Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Stephanie Carter, and today we want to talk about the basics of teleworking and secure connections. Our organizations are comprised of people, technology, and policy, and within that triad, our business processes and procedures are developed to govern the way that we conduct business as well as how we protect the organization and our clients' data, which is very important as the pandemic has shifted us to a new norm of teleworking. Data is the most important asset in any organization, so we must ensure that we are enforcing the security objectives of confidentiality, integrity, and availability within our organizations. So let's look at the triad of an organization. Policy is always top down, and it communicates the expected behavior of the employees that use technology to access the organization's resource. We know that people are the greatest risk in risk management. However, they are the most important factor in our organizations, unlike technology, which only serves as a medium to us getting our jobs done. We have to consider the human factors of cybersecurity because although we have loyal employees, they are still just human, and COVID is affecting us all in different ways. So let's look at some of the technical controls we can put into place during this time of high teleworking to keep our data secure, such as two-factor authentication, disabling split tunneling and VPN access, enforcing our patch and vulnerability management even with high teleworking, and disabling excessive privileges of users. Due to telework, organizations have become very mobile. Using mobile devices is no less secure than using devices at the organization's physical location when there is not an accompanying policy that communicates how to interact with the technology. And let's be real, COVID is hitting our pockets as well. So we have to be very strategic and go into a cost-saving mindset in our decision making. The COVID rushed in and caught everyone off guard, and with this rapid spread, decisions had to be made quick, fast, and in a hurry to keep people safe and to ensure the continuity of our businesses. So we procure off-the-shelf technological solutions such as laptops and mobile devices and deployed them quickly. In most of these cases, the employee is pulling it out of the box with admin privileges, which now has become a very high-risk vulnerability. Now that things have slowed down a little, I recommend that we go back and remediate and mitigate these vulnerabilities and weak points that COVID has opened up for us. We envision our employees teleworking from home, but they are not just teleworking from home. They are teleworking from their friend's house, from Starbucks sitting outside, or from whatever location will give them social access during these socialist and no contact times, which also means the use of public networks to access the organization resources. This opens up our networks to even more vulnerability and creates more risk. Even if our employees are teleworking from home, we still should communicate the expected behavior of the employee. Remember that although your employees are trustworthy, we cannot assume that employees will know how to behave in a secure manner because honestly, we're all just trying to make it through COVID. However, we can still minimize risk even if we never develop the technical solutions mentioned here, which is not an assertion not to, because spending X amount on secure solutions is way cheaper than dealing with a data leak. Having a solid acceptable use or rules of behavior policy is the first step to minimizing the vulnerabilities and risks that COVID has opened up for us. And when these policies are in place, it communicates the expected behavior of the employee and holds them accountable for all actions or inactions they perform while teleworking. But in order to be effective, we have to make these policies specific, such as not connecting to public networks or not downloading data to local devices. And they have to be unique to the organization so to communicate to the employee how to access, behave, and authenticate to the network. These policies also have to be accessible to the employees at all times. And within all policy, there should be consequences for non-compliance to it. I also recommend that we employ security training to reinforce the requirements of the policy, but this too needs to be very specific and unique to the organization. So Acceptable use policies, rules of behaviors, and security training is all free solutions accessible to us that we can make specific for us. This is not all we can do. However, policy is the first step in risk management. And since things have slowed down for now, and a second wave of COVID is predicted to hit us this fall, now is the time to put mitigating solutions in place to ensure our data is secure. Thank you.